I'm going to talk about general accommodation advice. I would say that the accommodation close to campus is definitely a very, very, very good option because it saves you so much commute time if you forget your books in your accommodation, which happens more than you would think it happens. It really saves you, and you can just run down and get your books. So I would definitely say it's worth it, but it's not that worth it. Meaning, if it's going to stretch your budget too much, because those accommodations are the most expensive ones, it might be worth it to think of staying at like Wilson House or Woodward that have way nicer and larger rooms and have like a 30-minute commute time. So I stayed in XENIA. XENIA is in Waterloo, so it's the only Imperial accommodation that is more central. And when I was chosen to stay at XENIA, I cried because it is a 40-minute commute to Imperial, and I thought that was the end of the world. Turns out XENIA is in the South Bank, and the South Bank has nightclubs, restaurants, food markets. It is right in the middle of like King's College and LSE, so it is an amazing area to live in. And because XENIA is a bit further away from Imperial, the accommodation people really build a community. So, and the rooms are, personally, I think the rooms are larger than the ones close to uni. So if you do get XENIA and if you're thinking of applying, I would definitely recommend XENIA because the location is amazing, and you are unlikely to have the budget to live there shortly after you graduate. So it's definitely an opportunity that you should take advantage of.
Imperial has basically one big canteen area which separates into undergraduate and postgraduate, and in each spaces there's food served from every literally type. You have vegan options, vegetarian options, you have Asian food, kimiko I think it was called. It's been a while since I went to the canteen. Is the best Asian place that you can get your food at Imperial, I believe. The lines are sometimes a bit long, but if you don't have the time for that line, then you can always go to one of the sandwich places that Imperial has. They have these small mini stores, kind of like small convenience stores where you can get snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and that for a very small price, which, meant that was usually the option I would go for when I was at Imperial for lunch, and that meant I saved a lot of time for not having to cook at home and take ready meals into Imperial. On top of having the canteen, Imperial also has its own farmers market. So every Tuesday, when COVID is not an issue, vendors from around the area, local vendors, come to Imperial, come to Queen's Lawn, and open their stands so that you can get fresh food from the places directly. And that's usually very good curry, very good burgers, very good vegan and vegetarian options as well. And a lot of different types. So a great variety and something to really treat yourself when you're starting the week on a Tuesday to get something nice from the farmers market. So that's definitely a must when you come to Imperial. Check out the farmers market, make sure to make the most of it, and don't be afraid of spending a little bit more for some very good food that will help you get through the week.